Hey guys, in this reading we'll have some questions on your chapter 6 quiz and which you might also gonna see on exam 2 and a final exam. Okay, so the question says Kim has $24 per week in her entertainment budget. She split her time between going to the movies and yoga classes. Each movie costs $8 while each yoga classes costs $3. The total utility from each of these activities set out in the table below, and what is the maximum level of total utility she can achieve. So to start this question, it really goes down to one of the very basic equation in chapter 6. And you guys probably gonna saw this a couple of times already. So where's the marginal utility of good A divided by the price of good A must equal to the marginal utility of good B divided by the price of good B. So what that does, that this equation here will allow the person to maximize utility and also allow us to rank the person's preference and to see what is the first purchase she will make and second purchase, third purchase until she got to her budget, right? So that little budget constraint of $24 also play a very important role in here, okay? All right, so let me copy this table here. So we have this number of movies we have, and then total utility for the movies, yoga classes, and then total utility for the yoga classes, and then let me copy the tables into my spreadsheet, and let's do very simple math over here. All right, so this is the table we have. We have the total utility, but what we need to have is the marginal utility. So first gonna do is insert one more column, and we can call this one the marginal utility of movies. And same thing over here, we're going to do one more column for the marginal utility of MU of yoga. Now, the marginal utility is the difference between each level of total utility. So for the first one here, which is equal to 40, subtract 0. Next one is going to be 75, subtract 40. So it's just each level subtract the level before that. So the difference between each level of total utility is your marginal utility. So let me do the same thing for all of them. And over here we do the same thing. So 30 minus 0. And then do that for all the levels, right? So it's the difference between each level of total utility. That's your marginal utility. All right, so we try to get to this mu over p. So we need to do one more step, is to divide the marginal utility by the prices. So each movie costs $8. So we're going to do mu over p. So we're going to do 40 divided by 8. And then 35 divided by 8. So divided by 8 for each level here. And here as well for yogas. So each yoga is $3. So mu over p. And do 30 divided by $3, and then for all of them. All right, so we got our ranking choices now. So remember the budget we have is $24. That's our budget. And then for each movie costs us $8. For each yoga class costs us $3. So we're gonna rank our consumption here to see what should we consume first and second and third, and then see how much the budget is, and that will determine when do we stop purchasing different combination of goods and services. So for our first purchase, we're gonna buy yoga classes because this 10 is more than the 5 you're gonna spend on movie. So think this as the biggest bang for your buck, right? So when spending $1 on yoga for your first yoga class, you get 10 utility. But if you spend the first dollar on your movie, you're only getting 5 utility. So 10 is more. So our first purchase is gonna be yoga, right? So our first purchase is yoga, and that will cost us $3. Now for the next purchase, we're gonna compare our second yoga versus our first movie. Now that's still more for yoga, so that's our second purchase. I'm gonna buy another yoga, second purchase. And for the third purchase, you can compare the third yoga versus the first movie. Still 7 is more than 5. So that's our third purchase. So yoga again. And then keep going. The next purchase will be yoga, because 5.33 is more than 5. So 3 over here. Now for our fifth purchase, we're comparing the fifth yoga compared to our first movie. So now movie is more, right? So movie will be our fifth purchase. That will cost us $8. So let's cross out the first movie. All right, and then for the sixth purchase, we're gonna compare the second movie, 4.375 versus the fifth yoga, 4.667. That is more. So that's our next purchase, yoga, $3. Now I'm gonna stop right here. And the reason why I'm gonna stop right here, because we have a budget. So budget is $24, right? So that's how much money we have. Let's see how much money we have spent so far. So we're gonna do sum of all the spending here. So far we have spent $23, and that's it, because we have only $1 left, and that's $1 is cannot purchase anything else anymore, right? So we're gonna stop right here. So the best combination for Kim to engage in, she will purchase 5 yoga classes, and that will get her a total of 106 utility. She will also purchase 1 movie, and that will get her 40 utility. So together 40 plus 106. So our total utility for this will be 146. That is the answer for this question. That's the total utility she'll get from this consumption. Okay. All right. Let's look at next question. All right. So I'm sorry about the quality for the image. I try to pull this up so it looks a little bigger for you guys. So the question says, Todd is a cattle rancher. In June and July, she spent his closing budget on jeans and cowboy hat. Each pair of jeans costs $50, and each hat costs $100. At Todd's optimal choices, his marginal utility from the last pair of jeans he purchased is $250. This means his marginal utility for the last cowboy hat purchase is how much? Now, again, we're going to go back to our mu over p equals to mu over p, right? So the marginal utility of jeans divided by the price of jeans has to equals to the marginal utility of cowboy hat divided by the price of cowboy hat. So we have 3 numbers here and 1 missing variable. Just plug in numbers and then solve for the missing variable, right? So for jeans, the marginal utility is $250. The price for jeans are $50 each. Now we're looking for what is the marginal utility for cowboy hat, and divided by the price of cowboy hat is 100. So just solve for what is the mu of hat, right? So if you do the number right, then this should give you a total of 500. Okay, so set it up as the mu over p, and then plug in the informations, and then solve for the unknown variable. Okay, all right, guys. So that's it for this chapter. Any question, let me know, and I will see you guys for any more questions you might have. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.